My name is Kristen Jowie, and I'm the Edmonds College Foundation Scholarship Lead. In this video, I'm going to show you the 21-22 scholarship application, give you some tips and tricks that might help you fill out your application, and then show you the Edmonds College Foundation Scholarship website. The website houses information such as student virtual hours, which is a Zoom Q&A time for you and I to chat in case you've got questions, the rubric that the reviewers will be using while they're rating your application, and other helpful information. Let's get started. At the Foundation, we use a software called Awardspring for our application. The username and password for Awardspring is not your Edmonds username and password. You'll need to set up an account. If you already have one, but don't remember your password, go ahead and click Reset Password, and it will send you a reset password link to your email. If you applied to scholarships last year, you'll notice that this year's application is different. One of the new additions is the Before You Begin section. As the name suggests, this is a helpful section to read through before you get started on your application, as key dates, information, and contact information are provided. This year's application has 6 sections: the Before You Begin, General Information, Academic Information, Financial Information, Qualification Questions, and Personal Statement. Under the General Information tab, there's questions asking for your CT/C-Link student ID, email addresses, and phone numbers. Please be sure to provide email addresses and phone numbers that you check often, as this is the way that I'll contact you if you're awarded a scholarship. In the Academic Information tab, you'll be asked questions such as what your academic status is, what program you're pursuing, and what your expected graduation date is. Note that there's blue text on this page. Throughout the application, you'll see blue text. Please read this text carefully, as this information is provided to help you answer the questions in the application. In the Academic Information section, there's a few things I want to point out. For the question, what will your academic status be in the upcoming academic year? This is referring to summer 2021 through spring 2022. If you're a running start senior who will be attending Edmonds College next year, you check option number 2, that you're a high school senior anticipating beginning at Edmonds College in summer, fall 2021. If you are not currently in high school but have not attended college yet, you check first year college student. If you scroll down, you'll see some more blue text. It's a list of acronyms for each type of degree and certificate that's offered at Edmonds College. If you want to find out more about the different types of programs offered, you can use the link that says please click here. Below the blue text, you'll see the question major and/or certificates pursuing. This is a drop-down menu, so go ahead and click in it. I will show you all of the programs that are offered at Edmonds College. If you don't yet know what program you're going to pursue, you can click undecided. Otherwise, scroll through the program list and find the one that you're enrolled in. The last 2 questions are about your GPA. For current Edmonds College students, you can get this information by going to your student self-service portal, clicking the academic records tile, and selecting unofficial transcripts. Your cumulative GPA is located in the bottom right corner. If you don't yet have an Edmonds College GPA or transcript, please use your most recent GPA and transcript from another institution, such as your high school or another college. The next section is financial information. This section is often the most confusing for students, so if you have questions, please reach out. I'm happy to help. The questions in the financial information section are for reviewers to understand what your estimated educational costs for the academic year will be, and then how you're planning to pay for it. The second question is, what are your estimated educational costs per academic year? Note that this question is asking for estimated educational costs for your entire academic year. So that'll be for summer 2021 through spring 2022. Be sure to include tuition, books, fees, and other educational expenses like lab supplies in your estimated costs. We know that this is just an estimate, so don't stress too much about this. Every student's educational costs are different. So by filling this out, you help the reviewers rating your application understand what your school expenses are. If we scroll down, the next section is asking how you're going to pay for your college education. You'll see under the blue text the question, how are you paying for your college education and how much do you have available from each of your sources of funding for this term? Below that is a drop-down menu. If you click in, you'll see the options self-supported, family contribution, other community support, grants, school loans, scholarships, and I do not yet have my financial aid package. We've included the I do not yet have my financial aid package option because our application runs before many students have their financial aid award package. So maybe you don't yet know the exact totals of grants, scholarships, or student loans you'll receive for 21-22. That's all right. In the drop down, be sure to click I don't yet have my financial aid package. And then you'll want to still select all funding sources that apply and take your best guess at the numbers. If you're selected for a scholarship, I'll confirm your funding source totals with you. For example, if I click on self-supported, that'll create a drop-down menu where I can put in how much money I think I'm going to contribute in the 21-22 academic year towards my education. If we scroll down a little bit farther, at the end of this section, you'll see the question asking you to describe your financial situation. This is your chance to give the reviewers more information about your financial situation than you have yet. For example, maybe you're from a family of 5 and your family has their own business. You work 30 hours a week, but all the money that you make goes to paying for groceries and other things for your family. Any money that comes in goes back into the business or to help your family with their living expenses. So your family doesn't have capacity to help you with your school expenses. Or maybe you've been working steadily for the last 3 years at a restaurant, but were laid off due to the restaurants being closed. You've been looking for other work, but haven't secured a new job yet. The next section is the qualification questions. This section has a lot of questions that might seem random, but this is how we determine which scholarships you qualify for. Each question correlates to an available scholarship. You can see that there's some yes/no questions, some drop-down menus, or some short answer questions. The last section is a personal statement. Up until now, all of the information you've provided has been numbers, check boxes, and yes/no answers. This is your opportunity to share your story with the people who will be reviewing your application. As much as you are comfortable sharing, tell us about you, your goals, your community, and your dreams for the future. It's also a place to share the struggles you've had and may still be facing today. I have a few tips for you while writing your personal statement. First, within the personal statement, there are a lot of questions. So the easiest way to get organized and make sure that you're answering each question is to pull out those questions into a document and then write your answers below them. My second tip is, if you're comfortable, have someone proofread your statement. The Learning Support Center can help with this. When we write, we know what we're saying, but if someone else is reading our personal statement, they might find areas that need a little bit more information or clarity. My third tip is to use word processing or Google Documents to write out your answers and save often. There's nothing worse than going through and writing all the responses, having your computer crash, and having to start all over because you didn't save. My fourth tip is to save time for revisions. While you're reading through your personal statement or someone else is proofreading for you, there's going to be changes. You want to have time in order to make those adjustments before your application is due. I strongly encourage you to write a minimum of 500 words for your personal statement, and you have to address each part of the question to qualify to receive full points. We'll look at the rubrics later, but keep that in mind as you're writing your personal statement. Now that we've looked at the application, let's take a look at the Foundation Scholarship website. Probably the most important information on the homepage of the scholarship website are the student virtual hours. You can find them in the bottom half of the website. There's a virtual student hour schedule, and below that is a virtual student hour Zoom room link. If you've got a question, you can look at the dates that I'm offering the virtual student hours and pop into a Zoom room with me so I can answer your question or take a look at your personal statement to let you know if you're on the right track or help you find where to get your transcripts. If we scroll back up, on the right-hand side, you'll see a navigation list for different pages relating to the scholarship. On the application instructions, the most important information is how to navigate the scholarship application. This is on the bottom part of the web page. Once you submit your application, you'll be able to see which scholarships you applied for. Some scholarships require additional information, such as recommendation letters or essays, so be sure to click through each scholarship you qualify for to see if there's any additional information required. You'll need to complete the additional information in order to be considered. The frequently asked questions or FAQ page has a multitude of Q&As about the application schedule, requirements, personal statement, receiving a scholarship, and using scholarship funds. Lastly, you have access to the annual scholarship rubric. This is the exact same rubric that reviewers will use to score your application. Be sure to refer to this rubric as you fill out your application. You'll notice that the grade point average has 30 possible points, financial need has 40 points, and personal statement has 30 points. That's all I have for you today. Please reach out if you have any questions or need some clarification on the application. I'm happy to help. My email is displayed on the screen. Take care and good luck on your application.